Well, I don't know what I'm about to get into, but I'm sure it ain't gonna be no fun because we got some rot here. Rot is going on, and I see part of the problem right there. They didn't put the flashing up high enough. Whoever did this years ago. So I'm gonna tear this all apart and see if we can't fix this mess. Well, I'm getting into it. Band board is shot, sill plate rotted out, but I found the problem. The problem is you see that big crack in the porch. Evidently when they built this porch years ago, they didn't put enough gravel under it. For whatever reason, it's cracked and settled in the middle. So all the water, when it rains, it just directs it right back here and runs it back into the house. So probably the only solution is to build a lean-to off the back porch to make it covered, make a covered porch out of it, and that'll keep the water off. But I gotta tear all this out and get it fixed first. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Alright, so you can see it just keeps getting worse and worse as I dig into this. Band board's rotten, sill plate all rotted. So my next thing is I got to get the sill plate out, but at the same time I got to support the floor. So I could crawl underneath the house, get a big 4x4 post, some concrete blocks, a couple of jacks, so I could jack it all up. But I thought I want an easier way. I don't want to deal with crawling in and out of the house because the crawl space way down there. So I thought I got my little porta power, and here's what I did. I got my little, I'll show you. So look at the little jaw. That up, and then I got put me a 2x4 and got me a little shim under there to raise it up. After I do that, yeah, I can pull my sill plate out. I guess I need to pull some nails here, but then this is loose, so I can cut it and get it out and leave it be. Okay, I got it out. I had a nail holding me, so now I've got that out. Now you can see the floor is still supported. But when I get my new sill plate, I can just slide it right in under here and get my jack back under there and pull the shims out and drop the floor back down. So I should be able to accomplish all this from above and not have to crawl underneath there. I don't like bugs anyways. Okay, so here's my second one. I've got it jacked up, got my shim under there, and I sliced it. You see how easy it comes out? Easy peasy. So I'll just work my way across, get all that done, and get a new sill plate. It won't be so bad after all. Helping me. We're doing cleanup. It's starting to get dark, so you can see how far we've got so far. Got everything all shimmed up, and so just got to clean up, get ready for. I got to measure how much wood I need to get for a new sill plate, new flashing, and put this back together in a day or two. Good morning, Marty. I'm wondering if you can give me some advice. I think I'm on the right track, but I know you're the professional at this stuff. Let me show you my situation, what's happened here. It's on a rental property, and the porch is cracked and settled. Of course, there's no cover on it, but I'm fixing to remedy that. I'm going to put a lean-to on it to help keep the water off. So where it cracked and settled, you can see what it's done. Water is running right up under the house, and what it did, it rotted out the sill plate and the band board, I think it's called. So here's my plan. I'm gonna put in a new, so I've jacked it up where I got room here. So I'm gonna put me in a new treated 2x4, and I got a new treated 2x8 I'll put here. Roll up the flashing in front of it like that, and then after that I'm gonna come in behind it with this self-adhering flashing. I plan on sticking it here to the concrete, roll up, and on top of this also, so I'll have that sticky stuff here and up, but yay high. So I think I'm doing the right thing. I'm not 100% sure, but I like your opinion. You see what a mess the concrete is, the way it's settled. See how it is up there? It's higher, but boy, it really drops a lot. It drops a lot down here. It's just running that water right back to it. But like I said, I'm going to build me a lean-to, and that should take care of this. And I may even have to punch me a hole, get me a drain to maybe run some water down into the rock. I guess I didn't put enough rock in it. Anyways, that's my situation. What do you advise? Thank you, sir. See you, bye. Okay, it's the next day, and I'm adding a couple little supports. Whoops, get sideways here. There's a little soft spot here in the floor, so I wanted to make it stronger. So you can see I already got one in place. I'll show you this little tip. When you got a tight spot, because I'm trying to do this avoiding from crawling underneath the house, which it's working out pretty good. But one trick, because when you put this board in, it's going to go like this. But as you tighten it up, you want the board to be forced up into the floor good and tight. And so by pre-drilling your holes, you can accomplish that a lot easier. So that way when that screw goes through, it's already pre-drilled, it's going to bite into the floor joist and then pull itself up good and tight. So I've pre-drilled all 4 holes, got them kind of pre-angled, and I'll reach in there with one hand and my impact and zip it right into place. So I'll do that next, and I'll get that done, and I'll be about ready for the sill plate to go in to get installed. Alright, you see it's in place. And another key thing is cutting it just the right length, so it's a snug fit. So the screws aren't even in, but it's wedged just right to hold itself. So then I'll take the impact and zip those screws in there, and that'll give a little extra support to the floor. Well, as you can see, I got the sill plate went in pretty good. I did a dry run. I don't have the flashing under it there yet. I want to make sure it went in. I got one tight spot. That last floor joist, I need to jack it up a tad. Put another shim under it because it's a little bit tighter to make room for the flashing. So I'm going to pull it back out, put flashing under it, and see if we can't get this wrapped up. Oh, here's another tip. Before I put my flashing in, I took my grinder there and ground all the surface of the concrete here so everything is nice and smooth, so we don't have any high spots or anything. So get ready to put the flashing in up under there and put in the sill plate. Alright, you see the band board is in place. It's a little tricky doing it by myself, but I got this 2x4 here and got some wedges wedged up on it to get it up and under there. So took a little bounce and took some hitting with a hammer, got that done. And so I got me some tools gathered up. I'm going to crawl underneath the house and do a little fine tuning and lower the jacks or lower those floor joists down, get everything level again. I've almost got it done. Okay, I'm under the house. I'll show you what I'm going to jack this up. Okay, it came up, just don't take much. So pull that out. Then I release the jack. Get the light on there. There we go. So now it's rested on top of the new sill plate. So I'll just go around here. I got several more to do that too. If I can get out from under here, away from all these bugs. Don't like bugs. Okay, I want to show an example of why I do what I do. So I've pre-drilled these holes. So I'm taking this band board and I'm pulling it into the floor joist really tight. Hopefully that will. It sinks it in there and it pulled the board in. If you don't pre-drill, say for instance we had a situation like this. Imagine this is the band board, this is the floor joist, and you just run that screw in there. Well, the screw's going right in through, goes into the, gets a good bite, into the floor joist. But because the screw is also still got a good bite here, it just tightens up and stops because these threads are still biting really good into this outer piece of wood. But now if you pre-drill it, then these pieces, I guess they're called flutes, these are not digging in, biting into this piece. The head is, so when it gets up there, this head will sink into the wood and pull it tight like that. So you got a really tight connection. Otherwise, you'll think it's tight and you still have a gap. Anyway, that's my tip. Well, all the screws are in. All that's done. I'm just going to bend up the flashing, nail it into place. See how that looks, and we'll go on to the next step, see how far we'll get before it gets dark. Well, I think I'm going to end this video here. It's all pretty much done. I've just talked to my concrete guy. We're going to bust this all up, get rid of it, and pour in another patio with a pad. So I'm going to leave this open in case we need to add any additional flashing or anything to it. But anyways, if you have a situation like this, for a few simple tools, you can, a little sweat, you can do it yourself. No problems, no problems. Easy peasy. Well, you have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye. You see, we're demoing the porch. Make room for a new one. Yeah, we're gonna make room for a new porch. Demoing it. Demo time, demo time. Nothing. Well, we're back to get it. Got Sweet Pea packing rock.
Oh, gosh.
Look at her go, look at her go. Eeyaw, eeyaw. Superwoman right there, superwoman.
Yep.
Awesome. Almost got this project done. Get us some new concrete poured. Yeah, I knew you could do it. Woohoo! Ah ha ha ha. Awesome. Last piece. Got her out there. Superwoman, superwoman. What a great job. What a great job. Alright. It's all cleared off now. Ready for forming and pouring concrete. New pad with rebar. Something that'll last this time, not fall apart.